Who's coming up here has some really good jokes too. It's Joseph Thompson. Woo!
What's going on, Drexel? Yeah, y'all having fun yet? Don't be terrified by my looks. I got my permission slip signed to be here. Right. I can't read, but we're still working that out, just in case y'all. Yeah, a lot of y'all cook chili at home, like the good old-fashioned chili. You gotta put your own homemade ingredients in there and shit. So like a lot of y'all might have like more of a meat to your bean ratio. A lot of other people have more of a bean to your meat ratio, right? I'm still trying to figure out why I wasn't blessed with more meat to my bean ratio. You know. It doesn't help that I'm built like a baby gat model. So we were talking about dark humor earlier. Any of you World War II fans? No? A lot of you know what it is. You're just like, I'm not gonna say shit. I think about Hitler sometimes. It's crazy, but I wonder about his shoes. Right? What? I wonder if he ties them in Nazis. You know why Jews don't go down under?
Why?
It's too close to the gas chamber. I'm waiting a couple of minutes. It might take you a minute. It's nice to be out here in Drexel. It's the first time I've ever been here. You know, I found a town smaller than the Shire that I pulled my wife from, so it's nice. I had to explain what a Shire was last time I was up on stage. It didn't go as well because I can't read, so you know, somebody explained that joke to me last time. Any of you out in college? Any of you went to college before? Yeah, a few of you. Heck yeah, right on. So I had come home for Thanksgiving dinner, right? And Thanksgiving dinner, you know, your parents or whoever's family cooking, you know, they go all out. You know, like ribeyes, turkeys, hams, whatever you're into, right? So I come in and I'm like, man, this house smells amazing. Budapest is gonna love this shit. They just kind of look at me blankly and like, who's Budapest? And I said, it's the capital of Hungary. And that's when they stopped calling me son, and I found out I was adopted. So we got that going for us. I appreciate you, baby, giving me like 10 minutes to do this, because I don't know what to do with more than 2.5. We got 30 seconds to cry, we might cuddle. You can teach me how to tie my shoes. I'm not 100% sure. We'll figure it out. Oh, man. So, a lot of y'all might know what happened to Pepsi years and years ago, like early 90s. So Pepsi had this thing called Pepsi Points, right? And you could practically like turn in your Pepsi Points and get some awesome shit. Right, yeah, it was like all over podcasts, all over the news. They even did a Netflix special on it. So like Pepsi had put a commercial out. It was like, if you guys get 700,000 Pepsi Points, we'll give you a fucking Harrier jet, right? So for those of you that don't know what a Harrier jet is, it's like a militarized plane with a whole bunch of shit on it, right? So Pepsi was like, man, we're gonna take all the weapons off of it, we'll give it to you, 700,000. So this one dude out of 8-point-something million, I'm not sure exactly how many people in the world, but he went ahead and found an investor. The investor was like, you could do this. It's like close to $1 million, if not less, in dollar amount for him to buy the Pepsi and make sure he had all the points, buy him a freaking Harrier jet. Pepsi was like, just fucking kidding. Just kidding. You did all that work. And then they changed their commercial like 7 times to be like, not for real. Just kidding. I'm like, hey, you're gonna stop that at 700,000, I'm gonna get $1 million, and then I'm just gonna buy a battleship or something. We'll put it in my backyard. That'll be my new tree fort. Pineapple juice is the password. If you don't know it, you can't get in. I'll forget that shit like a mile down the road. Don't count on me. I hope y'all remember it. Any of y'all served in the military? Have family that served in the military?
Yes, sir.
Heck yeah. So y'all know what Sophie shorts are, right? For those that don't know what Sophie shorts are, they're like really tiny shorts. They're like banana hammocks with flaps for men, right? So I used to do a lot of work in Charlotte, up in that area. Keep on going, you'll end up on 74, Davidson, all up in that area, right? Can y'all tell me what in the world goes through white people's minds to think it's alright to go jogging with shorty shorts at like 3 o'clock in the morning? 30 degrees outside? If you accidentally trip, it's over. It would go from a mushroom top to a thimble top.
Oh, shit.
I got a couple shockers. Y'all know what thimbles are. That makes me feel old as shit. Cause I'm like, hey, I found out what thimbles were from my grandmama when I was like 10 years old. My grandma, what's that? She's like, mind your business. Those are thimbles. Thimbles? What do they go on? They go on your pinky. Come to find out, they're still too big. Just in case y'all. So, I have ADHD. So like, my brain's always squirrel-minded, right? So I get to thinking about crazy shit. So like when you're a kid, right, you have stuff, that baby stuff that falls out when you grow your adult ones in. For example, hair might fall out, you get your adult hair, right? Baby teeth fall out, you get adult teeth, right? So I started thinking about what other crazy stuff would happen if it fell off and you got your adult shit, right? Fingers, you know, your adult fingers grow in, right? Maybe your eyebrows or something fall out. Your adult stuff grow in. I'm still waiting on my adult penis to grow in.
Nice.
It's like having a wet dream in the Sahara, I fucking tell you.
Oh, shit.
Oh, man.
Oh, shit.
So, last show I was in, I dressed up a lot. Like, I had the suspenders, I had the nice little fancy dress-up shirt, and then, like, Corcorans or, like, the super shiny military shoes that you get when you're in basic. It's fucking crazy. So I went out and I found out that I dressed up like a Ken doll spring issue. Yeah. Fashion wasn't my thing. It comes from the catalog of poor decisions. We were in the kitchen. A lot of y'all horror fans. Like y'all like haunted houses, stuff like that. Heck yeah. So we're standing in the kitchen. My mom's house is old. It was like built in the 40s, right? So the light starts flickering. I don't know if y'all are like immediately reactive to random stuff happening in houses, but I'm not the only white guy that would die first in a horror movie. Right? That light started flickering and my wife was like, nope, not today, Mr. Ghost, you can go ahead and go on. I just had to stop. I'm like, no, I'm calling the Pope right fucking now. That light's flickering because of a ghost, we're getting the exorcist. Lord, just send an exorcism, it's alright. Somebody had to explain that joke to me too. It's fine. All right. You baby done got dressed up like he's about to rob the city trust down the street. He looks shiny up top too. I'm trying to borrow the buffer he used for his head. I only say that because I have the same shoe size as a 17-year-old nephew. Right? He's still cheesing. He found some Laffy Tappies in his pocket earlier. It's like the gift that keeps on giving. So I had to explain, there was this joke that I did in a kitchen, and if you guys have ever worked in a kitchen whatsoever, you get some like unique people that come in. So like, I didn't realize that I'm not, like there's certain people that don't understand what history is. And if you understand what history is, you understand who Helen Keller and Anne Frank, and just all the importance of the historical value of people from way back when, right? So I had to ask this joke to a guy that I hadn't really worked with. I said, why does Helen Keller only masturbate one-handed?
What?
Why does Helen Keller only masturbate one-handed?
So she can moan with the other one.
Right, so she can moan with the other one. Right? Could you imagine the fear in my brain when this dude looked at me and was like, I don't know who that is? It killed the whole joke, man. Damn. He's like, I don't know who that is. So you went through school, right? He said, yeah. I said, you graduated, right? My bad, this thing keeps going out. It lags like the Pony Express, my fault. So yeah, apparently he didn't know who Helen Keller was, and that kind of destroyed the whole thing. So. Yeah. I appreciate y'all, Drexel.
Really?
Y'all have been amazing. You know,
It's more convenient to,
I dig it was all a dream with the lights back here. I feel like somebody should have followed me around with a 70s adult camera. But I'm taking this shit to the back. Laffy Taffies in your pocket after the show. My name is Joseph Thompson. You can find me on Thompson Comedy. Thank y'all so much.